fourth event with a wondrous graduation. Wing Clipper defeating Phantom Mist. You'll notice in the straight Phantom Mist that went up very quickly and looked long odds on to score. But Wing Clipper fought back very strongly despite his big weight to score by a half length. Lee Walk battling on well for third.
Super Tag Montpellier Prince Newsflash about fourth last with Prize Dash. And Kirsten Girl last of all, about third last is Brown Ripper. Heading into the back, 1,400 metres left to go. Definite Copyright taken on in front by Romantic Red. They're clear, a length and a half in front of Wing Clipper. Phantom Mist has settled nicely fourth on the inside, and then Librella in a space. Super Tagged on the inside of Prince Summit. Rusty's Pride is three wide at the moment, and then Newsflash, Lee Walk over on the rails. The length of Montpellier Prince, then Brown Ripper, Prize Dash. Kirsten Girl last of all. 1,000 metres left to go, and Duffy has taken Romantic Red to the lead. It's Romantic Red by a length and a half. Wing Clipper now second, and Definite Copyright is the neck away third on the rails, and then Phantom Mist. Super Tack saving ground on the inside, and then in a space, Librella pushed along Rusty's Pride, and then Lee Walk, followed by Newsflash, Prince Summit in between horses, Brown Ripper the rails, and then Prize Dash, Montpellier Prince, and Kirsten Girl is still last. Down the side, 600 metres left to go. Romantic Red a half length in front of Wing Clipper. Phantom Mist is a length away third, and going nicely as they come to the corner. Definite Copyright fourth on the rails, then in a space, Lee Walk, Super Tack, Rusty's Pride, Librella. Prince Summit is now starting a run with Newsflash, who's pushed wide on the turn into the straight, and further back came Kirsten Girl into the straight now. Wing Clipper loomed up on the outside of Romantic Red to go to the lead, but Phantom Mist is tackling the pair of them on the outside. Lee Walk is running on gamely, and then Definite Copyright, Wing Clipper and Phantom Mist there together. Shoemaker's gone for the whip now on Phantom Mist. Wing Clipper's kicking again. Wing Clipper's just in front of Phantom Mist. They're clear of Lee Walk. Wing Clipper's just in front of Phantom Mist. They're drawing to the line. He's going to be too good. Wing Clipper, yes. Wing Clipper by a long neck. Wing Clipper first, Phantom Mist second. Close for third between Lee Walk and Romantic Red.
Determined effort there from Horse and Rider, Wing Clipper and John Wade to hold out the Phantom Mist in the fourth at Doomben yesterday. We'll take a break now and come back and look at races 5 to 8 the other side of that break. Brisbane youngster Pete's Choice. You'll notice at the home turn he was forced a little wide, and as was the runner-up High Sport. Glenn Killen, the rider of High Sport, fired in a protest, was quickly dismissed, and I thought an above-average win here from Pete's Choice. He's had a long campaign and a good training performance by Bill Wheeler to keep him up for so long. Pete's Choice defeating High Sport, and Captain Lou battling on pretty well for third. The disappointment was Noble Player, Mick Dittman's mount, and his stablemate Canada, of course, caused a sensation when he bolted through the barrier and had to be withdrawn.
Rift Valley has taken the lead now, about a length in front of Pete's Choice, and Caddy settling third. Followed then by Step Proudly and Alabama Bound, picking up ground quickly on the outside of Lontigra, Captain Lou. Followed then by Tried Teaser, and High Sports going very fast on the outside. Then John Astor Sing in Tune. Followed by Silver Bait, who's getting well back with Noble Player, Luskin Knight, and then Lucky Runner. Our Mandolin and Gypsy Circles back near last. Coming down the side, 600 metres to go. Rift Valley a clear-cut leader, 2 lengths in front of Pete's Choice. A neck away third, Kentish. Followed by High Sport, who's 3 wide as they race down the side, and then Alabama Bound. Followed by Captain Lou on the inside, further back Janasta, and then Lontigra. Step Proudly in between horses. Noble Player picking up ground. They've run off the track. The leaders have run off the track. Rift Valley took Pete's Choice and High Sport right off the track. Kentish has taken the lead. Pete's Choice is out after Kentish again. Pete's Choice has gone to the front now from Kentish. High Sport on the outside making up ground, and then Step Proudly, Captain Lou, and further back Silver Bait, Noble Player giving them too much start. Pete's Choice in front with 100 metres to go. I think he's got it won. High Sport trying hard to go with him, but Pete's Choice is far too good, and he's racing away close to home. Pete's Choice goes on to win it by 2 lengths. Pete's Choice first, High Sport second, Captain Lou third.
Yes, he was far too good in the final 200 metres, Pete's Choice, drawing away to defeat High Sport handsomely. Sixth event, the Hideaway Graduation, and a good ride here from Greg Hall to slice through on the inside on Redrap to defeat the favourite Roman Knight, who had every chance. Gavin Duffy had him poised in the right spot all the way, and he looked the winner in the straight before Redrap surged through on his inside.
Cutting in about 5th on the rails, followed by Good Prospects. Quito Girl is caught a little wide. Redrap is getting back. McGettigan and Sky Sister, and Land of Oz is last. 850 metres left to go, and Champagne Kate, she's dashed away from them. She leads by 2 lengths. Star Practice running second. Roman Knight is the neck away third on the outside. Then Lower Tully Lad. Callaghan 5th on the rails, and then Good Prospects. Quito Girl a little bit wide, and then Redrap on the rails. A break of 3 lengths to McGettigan on the inside of Sky Sister. 4 lengths last, Land of Oz. 600 metres to go. Champagne Kate about a neck in front of Roman Knight. The favourite moving up quickly on the outside. Star Practice is a length and a half away third on the inside of Lower Tully Lad, and then Good Prospects. Callaghan's next on the rails, followed by Redrap, and then Quito Girl, Sky Sister, McGettigan, and Land of Oz. Flattening for the run-in, Champagne Kate and Roman Knight there together. Roman Knight has moved up quickly on the outside. He's drifting out badly. He's getting out to the middle of the track, but he's about a length and a half in front. Redrap's coming home strongly over near the inside with good prospects and Star Practice on the outside. Roman Knight's in front. Redrap's coming at him hard. Redrap's taking the lead from Roman Knight. Redrap's just in front. They're drawing to the line. Redrap beat the favourite. Redrap first. Roman Knight second. Third, Star Practice.
Great ride there from Greg Hall to score on Redrap, defeating the favourite Roman Knight. Seventh event was the Friendly Way Flying, and a great win here to the Deegan 3-year-old Faunus. I think he's a great lightweight chance in the Rothmans 100,000 if he can secure a berth in the field. You'll notice him in the white colours. He actually is the leader here. Neil Williams gives him the sit behind the leader, Gonyati, and he's far too good in the straight.
And Show Joy going fast. Princess Tiber getting up into about sixth place, but caught a little bit wide. And then Flash Lady, Mr. Magic next on the inside of On Grand Vitesse. Then use the space, and Grey Khan going through in the centre. Patira's caught a little bit wide. Autumn Splendor getting well back. Neptune's caught Macburn. Back second last, Black Knight, and Royal Grooms last of all. Coming down the side, 650 metres to go. And Show Joy loomed up on the outside of Gonyati to vie for the lead, splitting them in the centre. Faunus followed by Princess Tiber. She's only a length and a half off the lead and travelling nicely. Anything Tudor on the inside. Flash Lady's coming into it with a good run. Then Golden Glimmer, Grey Khan followed by On Grand Vitesse, and further back Patira around the home turn, 350 metres to go. Faunus has taken the lead from Gonyati. Faunus kicked away from them. Princess Tiber now popped the big question. She's running on gamely on the outside. Then Anything Tudor on Grand Vitesse and Flash Lady down the outside, but Faunus has sprinted away with 150 to go. Faunus about 4 lengths in front. In second place, Anything Tudor, then Princess Tiber, but it's all Faunus. He's going to the line to win it very easily. He's down, in fact, close to the post. He wins it by 2 lengths. Faunus first, second, Anything Tudor, close for third, Grey Khan or Princess Tiber.
Whatever the track conditions on Rothman's 100,000 day, Faunus has a great chance, but as you can see there, he's a great mudlarker, and with his lightweight, a very, very fit horse at present, he's a chance to give Queensland the sprinting double. Daybreak Lover, of course, winning the Elders, and he's also a chance in the Rothman's 100,000. Final event was the business class novice and Midday Affair. Not the easiest horse to train, but he's got loads of ability. You can see it's getting pretty murky there. Midday Affair, well ridden by Neil Williams, who completed a winning double, defeated the heavily backed favourite Grey Diver, and over the downs, finishing third, I thought was a good performance.
Special hit. Just behind the pace of the early stages is Lick and Stick, Rocky Vale over the downs going through in the centre, then Shinkansen, Bengali Bitter. General Claim is in between horses, Medina Bay, Red Welcome, Rough Cast, Hellaroo, then Bartlett Hat-Trick. And last of all is Long Hot Summer. They're running onto the first bend with about 8.50 to go. Special hit, 3/4 of a length in front of Caroleo. No Charity running third, then Midday Affair, followed by Over the Downs, Grey Diver next on the rails. He's close enough if good enough. Rocky Vale is next, then Bengali Bitter and Shinkansen. General Claim on the outside of Lick and Stick, then Rough Cast. Medina Bay, Bartlett getting well back, Long Hot Summer, Red Welcome, and Hellaroo at the rear. On towards the home turn. They've got about 500 metres to go. Midday Affair has loomed up quickly on the outside and now vies for the lead with Carolo. Special hit under pressure over on the inside. Followed then by Over the Downs, Grey Diver, No Charity to the outside, running on gamely. Into the straight now, Carolo tackled by Midday Affair. Grey Diver's under the whip. He's in third place. He's spotting the leader about 3 lengths. He's making up ground, but Midday Affair still nicely clear, 150 to go. Grey Diver in second place now, trying hard, followed by Over the Downs and then Carolo, but Midday Affair is clear with 100 metres to go. Yes, he's got the Midday Affair. A Midday Affair far too good for them in the run home. Midday Affair wins it pretty easily. Midday Affair first, Grey Diver second, Over the Downs third.
As you can see, it's getting very murky late at Doomben yesterday. I think officials possibly may have to look at an earlier start to these winter meetings, because when there is a protest such as occurred in the TAA Stakes and throws the final events back a few minutes, it certainly can cause a problem if we have showery weather, and that was the case yesterday. And I think just a 20-minute or so earlier start could alleviate that problem. Look now at the TAB double and treble information. Firstly, the treble numbers 10, 11 and 14 paid $986.90. Of course, the double numbers 11 and 14 paid $41.10. And the extra double from Doomben, 5 and 17, paid $170. Sky Cherub had a great battle. Keep your eyes on the horse running third on the fence, Arctic Performer. I don't know whether he would have won, but he certainly would have been thereabouts if he'd had a clear go at them.
Glenaster followed by Jogger, Clive Comet and Artist Man. Arctic Performer can't get out. The leader, Gamester from Sky Cherub. Arctic Performer a length behind them, and Jogger battling on with Glenaster and Clive Comet. Here's a race, 100 to go. Gamester just leading Sky Cherub, and then Jogger. It's Gamester and Sky Cherub to the line. Sky Cherub a nose. Sky Cherub's one of the nose to Gamester, I feel. Third placing to Jogger.
Arctic Performer beaten there at odds on, but I'd be inclined to overlook that performance. Second event was the Appin Handicap, and another 20-to-1 winner here, Top Satchel, in the lime green colours, right down the outside, defeated At Sea. Kangaroo, heavily backed again, finished a fair fourth.
Right behind him, around the corner, Sam City headed by Top Satchel. Bletchway making a line of 3. Pacifism behind them. At Sea coming into the picture, then Kangaroo and 2 lengths less Superb. But Top Satchel again draws clear, coming to the 150. On the outside, At Sea second, clear of Bletchway and then Kangaroo. But it's going to be all Top Satchel. At Sea running home, but too late, and Top Satchel has won it nicely from At Sea. Third home on the race was Bletchway.
Top Satchel scoring there at 20-to-1. Third event, the Cobbity Handicap, and big tip in the morning was Stately Queen, a first starter. She had the inside barrier and was never seriously threatened in the straight to beat Balancia.
Beedman pulls the whip on Stately Queen at the 150, but she's holding Balancia. Lagochadoro running on, but it's all Stately Queen, and Stately Queen to the line by about 2.5 lengths to Balancia. Third was Rose Babu.
Fourth was the Cabramatta Handicap, and the solidly backed Keelhaul successful here. Nice ride by John Marshall. He's actually running fourth on the inside. He awkwardly drawn, but he found his way to the fence in the middle stages, and he's too strong at the finish for Green Ridge.
Followed on the inside next by Viva Leroy, and then Green Ridge and Trick Gold, followed by Elvanel and Jade Prince a minute away. Tommy Steele in front, but Keelhaul's the challenger. Past the 200, Keelhaul draws level and takes over from Tommy Steele, and then comes at the head of the others, Green Ridge in company with Go Rebel, but it's all Keelhaul, and Keelhaul strides away to win it well. Keelhaul from Green Ridge, photo for third between Tommy Steele and Go Rebel.
Great finish in the fifth event with Fairy Prince down the outside, lunging and catching Battle, the leader, right on the post. Deceptive finish here. Good ride in front by Ron Quinton on Battle, who kicked clear about the 200 metres and looked certain to score.
Last and Fairy Prince next to last. Around the bend with 300 left to gallop, and Battle shows the way. Read all about it coming after him, followed by Sinjana, then top of the nap, Oriental Crest and Crown and Anchor at the 200 metres, and Battle giving plenty of cheek. Read all about its history. It's Battle a length and a half clear on Crown and Anchor, Sinjana and Fairy Prince rocketing home. Battle a leader, Fairy Prince and Crown and Anchor flying. Fairy Prince has lunged at Battle right on the line. Oh, gee, he's made it very, very close.
Sound performance there from the third place, get a Crown and Anchor also. Sixth event, the Holsworthy Handicap and the Cobb, ridden by Terry Duckett, holds up Fantastic Planet and No Deal. The Cobb actually struck trouble the first time round. It was a very good ride by Duckett to score here.
Outside, No Deal is coming into the picture. Aventine pretty wide out, but the Cobb at the 200 metres a length on No Deal, the immediate danger. And then Fantastic Planet weaving a passage, but the Cobb leads by a length, No Deal and Fantastic Planet. The Cobb is still in front. Fantastic Planet won't reach him, and the Cobb gets the money. The Cobb, 3/4 to Fantastic Planet. Third home in the race was No Deal.
It was the bookies who were cheering in the seventh event with the 100-to-1 chance, Only the Goodies. Scoring here from Zephyr Ty and Shadamenio.
3 out on the fence, top shelf, yielding ground, followed by Louvet, hard-ridden. Il Rubino's sticking on, and then Lord Warden and Pharaoh's Dream can't get a crack at them, neither Shadamenio, and Only the Goodies right to the outer, but Zephyr Ty's taken the lead, straightening up. It's Zephyr Ty, down by the 200 metres, a length clear, and Only the Goodies finishing stylishly. Then Lord Warden and Kudu. The leader is Zephyr Ty, but Only the Goodies is swamping him on the outside. He raced up on the outside, and he's done best, I feel, Only the Goodies to win it by a nose. I'll go for Only the Goodies in a very tight finish, a nose to Zephyr Ty. Third placing, Shadamenio.
I felt the runner-up there, Zephyr Ty, may have been a shade unlucky, and he might be one to follow. Final event, another roughie here, lunching out, led throughout to score from Golden Waves and Tamarind.
As they near the bend with 300 to go and lunching out by a length and 3/4. Golden Waves wide out, Noble Beauty the fence and being tightened up a shade overworked. At a length from Malif coming to the 200 metres, and the pilot is lunching out from Golden Waves and Noble Beauty battling on well clear of Malif. Lunching out is still giving back as a great sight. On the outside, Golden Waves and then Tamarind, but lunching out is carrying too many guns for them, and lunching out has beaten Golden Waves and Tamarind, then Malif, Noble Beauty and Polynesia.
Lunching out, and the bookie should be able to do that after the success of a few roughies yesterday at Warwick Farm. We'll take a break now and come back and have a look at the Moonee Valley meeting from Melbourne. Throughout. Wasn't seriously threatened in the straight. Paddington Boy and the favourite Lord Mop both had their chance to run down the leader.
But it's Arbutus still in front over the second last. He got 2 lengths in front. Trans Boy is starting to only struggle now from Lord Mop and Paddington Boy. But Arbutus has dashed away, turning for home, 300 metres to go. He's 4 lengths in front of Trans Boy. Lord Mop on the outside from Paddington Boy and 8 lengths further back then. At the head of the others, Von Brummel. On the turn, 250 metres to go. Arbutus about 2 or 3 in front. Paddington Boy coming after him from Lord Mop down the outside, but Arbutus in front, running down to the last jump. He's well clear. He stepped over it nicely, 2.5 in front of Paddington Boy and Lord Mop, and Arbutus is going to lead throughout and win the first event. Arbutus by 2.5 to 3 lengths to Paddington Boy, 1.5 lengths to Lord Mop, every chance third.
An exciting finish to the second event, the Flowerfield Handicap. Cobbler Boy had set up a huge break at the home turn. He's 6 or 7 lengths clear, and he looked set for a very easy victory. But the Exemption, the favourite, made a desperate burst in the final 200 metres to just fail.
The straight, and he's stolen the march. Exception running home well, but he can't pick up the leader. A long gap further back then, Joe Ken from Togacade. Cobbler Boy getting tight. He's 3 in front. Exception taking off after him. Cobbler Boy, the leaders. Exception flying down the outside. Cobbler Boy's lasted. He's 1.5 head to Exception. 8 lengths away, third is either Togacade or Mr. Mint.
Now have a look at this, the third event from Moonee Valley, the steeple. You'll notice at the home turn, Wainui is the leader on the inside and Juarez on his outside. Have a look at this. It's Wainui on the fence and Juarez, his hind legs go from under him, just slips on the turn. Imagine he's... There's another fall here too. Juarez, somehow or other, he maintains his feet. The rider, P. Durkin, manages to stay in the saddle, and the horse miraculously somehow or other gets back into the race and finishes fourth. I don't know about the boys here getting back into the race after that tumble. That was the third event. We're going to show you now that incident again at the home turn in slow motion. And you'll notice P. Durkin, the rider, he actually gets his foot back into the offside iron after the horse regains his balance. But the leader, Wainui, at this stage is clear. Our Colette battling on strongly in the blue colours, and the jockey on the third horse doesn't even look at the near fallen horse. He's concentrating on getting third placing, and Durkin at this stage runs his hand down towards the iron on the offside of the horse and gets his foot back into the saddle. And I don't know whether he's had an interest in the horse to get the prize money, but he gets him going to run fourth again on the line. You'll notice him getting his foot back into the iron there in the blue colours and the gold cap. The winner, Wainui, is clear at this stage from Arcolette, and Trans Yonder in third place, and Juarez just fifth at this stage, somehow or other gets going again to get fourth. But Wainui, well back to start the favourite at 7-4, scoring there from Arcolette and Trans Yonder. Must have been a telethon on here or something last night. Fourth event was the Healesville Handicap, and Ivan's Pride is successful here from Mally Bronze.
To go up and grab Juarez. Trans Yonder further back. Medieval Monarch has gone, and Arcolette still plugging on well. On the turn, 300 metres to go. 1 jump from home. Wainui on the inside, a neck in front. He turns about a neck in front of Juarez, who nearly came down. Juarez skidded on the flat, and he nearly went down, and Wainui is left clear of Arcolette, running down towards the last. And the favourite comes to the last now, Wainui, a beautiful leap. He's safely home. He's 4 lengths in front of Arcolette, a long gap to Trans Yonder, and Wainui runs away to win the steeplechase, about 4 or 5 lengths to Arcolette, 6 to Trans Yonder.
I think the producer must have backed Wainui. We had another look at the steeple there. Now we'll get round to Ivan's Pride in the Healesville Handicap, scoring from Mally Bronze. And Mally Bronze, the saddle slipped on this horse the winning post the first time round, so it's a good effort to get second.
Verdict on the turn, about a neck in front of Ivan's Pride, now getting on terms. 2 to Mally Bronze, running home well, and then Celestial Law. They straighten up. An Italian Verdict and Ivan's Pride, with Ivan's Pride getting to the front of the 200. Ivan's Pride took the lead. Out after him, Mally Bronze. Italian Verdict is fighting on 150 to go. Ivan's Pride in front. Mally Bronze sprinting quickly down the outside. Then Italian Verdict. Ivan's Pride in front, close to home, and it's Skelton and Ivan's Pride the winner. 1.25 lengths on the line to the second Mally Bronze. The saddle's moved on it. Ahead away third, Italian Verdict.
Mally Bronze lucky there to finish second. Fifth event was the Country Trainers Plate, and Benloch at 14-1, successful here from Bar Batten after a great struggle, scores by a long head. Butte Street, the favourite, very close in third.
Just in front of Stevens, mate. Treaty and Bar Batten further out, and Butte Street can't get out from Bogan Lord. It's Benloch, Stevens, mate, straightening up from Bar Batten. Now Butte Street is getting clear from down the outside Treaty, but it's Benloch in front, 100 to go. Now Butte Street in the centre, and Bar Batten on the outside, flying home. Benloch in front, Bar Batten taking it back. Benloch hanging on, though. Benloch a long head on the line to either wide out Bar Batten or Butte Street the centre.
Top apprentice Craig Dinn bought Deadly Dutch with a very well-timed run. to sweep towards the leaders 3 wide at the home turn and then hold off a late challenge from Remorseless to land the 6th event.
Further back in the field, 2 lengths away by Remorseless. It's out after them and Wishing Free going up towards the lead. 400 to go. Wishing Free in the centre just in front of, on the inside out, Tootsie. Further out, Deadly Dutch, 2 to Remorseless. Symptom gives them 4 lengths start, turning for home. And then further back in the field, Pure Bliss. In the straight they go. Wishing Free in front. Deadly Dutch coming at it on the outside has grabbed the lead. Battling on is out, Tootsie, and now Remorseless coming home well. But Deadly Dutch in front of Wishing Free and Remorseless on the outside. And Deadly Dutch is going to get home. Deadly Dutch 3/4 Remorseless, a half Wishing Free third.
Din yet again in the 7th event, scoring on Opal Son. He chased the leader to the home turn and scooted away in the straight to defeat Mercy Star by 2 lengths.
Couture's, and they're clear of Noble Down, Sartorial Splendour and well back Abel Arcale and 5 to Eldith. Mersey Star with a big break at the 350-metre mark, about 2.5 in front of Opal Son, and they're followed by Man's Mar. Back behind them, then Reception from Showport, struggling a little from Gypsy Minstrel. Turning for home, Mersey Star, 1.5 to Opal Son, 3 lengths to Man's Mar at the 200. Mersey Star, the leader with Opal Son, pegging it back quickly. Opal Son moved to Mersey Star and took the lead. Opal Son in front of Mersey Star, then flying home is Noble Downs, but Opal Son is going to get up to win the sprint by 2 lengths to Mersey Star. Third length away is Noble Downs.
Final event went to Green Talk. He shot clear about the 300 metres and held off late burst from Keisha and Carringbush Lady, the favourite. She was never likely to score, but she wasn't that far away at the finish.
Green Talk in front with 150 metres to go. Keisha is pegging it back quickly out in the centre of the track. It's still Green Talk in front of Keisha. Then Carringbush Lady, Green Talk, just the leader from Keisha. They hit the line. Green Talk is 1.5 head to Keisha. 2 away third, Carringbush Lady.
Getting a bit dark there at Moonee Valley too, with Green Talk landing the final events. Look now at the double and treble information from...
We'll have a look at a record. 19 wins from 28 starts and $510 in stake earnings. So.
It was predictable yesterday, though, as a result of yesterday's race, wasn't it?
Yes, I think it was very good that the Connections made a quick decision rather than let it linger on for a couple of days, whether she would run in the Rothmans in a fortnight or not. Quite obviously, these sprinters are too nippy for her under the big weights, under handicap conditions around Doomben. She just wasn't really in it yesterday. She wasn't that far away at the finish, yeah. But she was never going to win. So.
Well, I know that you've been champing at the bit, waiting to get into the racing segment while the league boys have been there, so I won't hold you up any longer, Bart.
Yes, well, I want to get off the league quickly at the moment because Norths aren't winning, but when they win a match, I'm going to let the league run on a bit.
Well, you could be a little bit greyer by the time that happens.
Not too much greyer. Next year.
Next year.
We've got a little special interview coming up here with Ron Quinton, who rode Emancipation throughout her career. And, of course, it was a sad day, particularly for Ron yesterday when the mare finished out of a place in the Stefan sprint. And he looked back on some of the highlights of her great career. Ron, no doubt Emancipation has given you some great memories. Which do you think were her best performances?
I think, Bart, really, I got most satisfaction out of those 2 weight for age races that she won beating Sotip, you know, because I had to give the right away on Sotip at the time, and, you know, to beat him under, you know, we were under, you know, the underdog both times, and she beat him both times, and I was very happy about that. But all the wins have been great, you know, the Doncaster win was great, you know, a first rider. You know, she's been such a great mare. The only thing I'm disappointed about, Bart, is that the Queenslanders haven't seen her at a top, you know.
Well, that's right. You know, the Elders really, the race wasn't run to suit her, and then again today, they're just too quick for her.
Today, I just feel that she was, I thought her Elders run was very good, but I was disappointed today because she just never picked up at any part of the race, and she was never going to be in the race when they went 200, in my opinion, and I'm just disappointed that the Queenslanders haven't seen her.
One of the interesting aspects of her record is that she's either a winner or misses a place. Is there any story or anything that you can pinpoint that causes that?
Well, I think mainly, Bart, there's always been a pretty good reason why she hasn't run very well each time she has run. There's always been a fairly logical, good excuse, you know. And, you know, and I think here in Brisbane, I think she had a campaign in Sydney and she can't go for 2 campaigns. She's a maximum 6 runs at a top.
Right. Well, obviously, champion racehorses, you form a great attachment to them. She's had a bit of a reputation as being difficult to handle. Did you find that with her?
Oh, yes. You know, she's, you could call her a bitch for sure, you know. But she's such a great mare, you know. I always found it very hard to get really close to her because I never rode her work a great deal because Brian Williams done a fantastic job with her when he used to ride her all the time, and he got on very well with her. And I used to only ride her when she used to have special hit-outs. But I really got fond of her when she beat Sotip, I can tell you, a couple of times.
You didn't call her bitch that day?
No.
Ron, you've ridden some tremendous racehorses. How does she rate?
Well, but, you know, I suppose really she'd have to be, you know, very near the best horse I've ridden. She's got the best weight for age record for any mare since Wakeful. I have ridden Kingston Town. I won the Cox Plate on him. I only rode him twice. He was a great horse. I probably didn't ride him when he was at his top, but this mare is a great mare, I can tell you that.
Well, it's going to be sad for you that Emancipation won't be there in the spring. We just hope another one can come along to fill her shoes, but it's going to be a big effort.
Well, it's a big job to fill, and I can assure you box 20 at Barrowmill Lodge is going to be a long time before we get another one in it as good.
All right, Ron, well, I hope it is a successful spring for you, and I hope Emancipation's got a couple of foals running around in a few years. You can be a winner on them.
But when the yearling goes into the sales, me and you might buy it, eh?
Well, I'll be in it, but you'll just have to come up with the money. Good on you, Ron.
Right, mate.
Bigger chance Ron Quinton having the money than B. Sinclair, but it's certainly going to be very interesting when Emancipation's foals do get to the racetrack. Well, down to the action from Doomben yesterday, and the first was the Stefan Shampoo handicap. It went to Cameroons. He's drawn on the inside. It's a clever ride from promising young apprentice Graham Watson, his first winning ride in the city, and he made use of the lightweight to set Cameroons alight in the middle part, and Career Row finished up a winning break.
Times on the rise, and then Mr. Motown, Bowl Jester, Finance Whiz, and then Varigate. Followed then by Sam Freeney, getting well back is Trip Line on the ropes, Golden Vogue, Native Morsel, and Papa's Love is last. They're running up past the 1,000-metre mark now. Cameroons is just in front. Rasmunda trapped 3 deep. Irish Abbey splitting them in the centre. Smart Bid is fourth on the outside of Lean Times, getting a lovely run on the rails, and then Try Teaser, Mr. Motown, Nassau Lass. Then Money Go Round, Semprini, Court Wide, Bowl Jester on the inside, Finance Whiz, and then Trip Line. Varagate's getting well back with Golden Vogue with Cot Rocket, followed then by On the Ropes, and then Dainty Morsel, and last of all, Papa's Love to the home turn, and Cameroons is raced right away from them, 500 to go. Cameroons is 4 lengths in front, Rasmunda running second, then Smart Bid, Irish Abbey dropping out of it quickly. Try Teaser to the outside, making up ground, then Nassau Lass, Mr. Motown, and Money Go Round. Cameroons still well clear into the straight, 300 to go. Cameroons 4 lengths in front of Rasmunda. Cutter, he's gone for the whip on Rasmunda, then Smart Bid, Irish Abbey, and Mr. Motown. But Cameroons are still well clear. He's got it. 1 Cameroons, 150 to go. He's about 5 lengths in front of Rasmunda, then Mr. Motown. But this bloke's run them right off their legs, and Cameroons is going to the line to score easily. Cameroons first, tight second and third. Mr. Motown second, and those in front of Rasmunda, then Money Go Round.
Second was the Stefan Super Shine Novice, and the victory here to Rich Duke, beautifully ridden by Shane Scriven. He had a nice barrier, took full advantage of his good barrier. That's him on the inside there in the purple colours with the green cap, and he goes right away in the straight to score by 3 lengths from Royal Mood.
Plenty of speed towards the centre. Shadow Bronze is now going through, vying for the lead with Tim Lee and Fagato. Aircloof, Black Roman came out nicely. Royal Mood just off the speed. Then Kelly Cherie's Satellite, Star Aim and King Shabalon getting back. Manor Born, Nijinsky's Duel. Taj Ruler a fair way back with Lord Hussar, Grey Diver and Slim Dusty's last of all. 1,000 metres left to go. Fagato has taken the lead. He leads narrowly, a neck in front of Tim Lee. Noskia's Choice going up 3 deep. 4 deep is Black Roman, followed by Royal Mood on the outside of Tim Lee, Rich Duke, Aircloof. A length then to King Shabalon, and then Galaxy Gal, Kelly Cherie in the centre, Nijinsky's Duel on the rails. Another length and a half to Taj Ruler, then Manor Born. Grey Diver now starting a big run. He's flying around the field. And then Star Aim and Lord Hussar. Satellites well back with high geared. And last of all is Slim Dusty running on towards the home turn now. 400 metres to go. Fagato's just in front as they flatten for the run in. Rich Duke coming off the rails at the right time, running on nicely. Black Roman in third place, and now Royal Mood getting a run in the centre. He's making up ground. Aircloof and Grey Diver down the outside. Rich Duke has taken the lead. 200 metres to go. Rich Duke in front of Fagato. Royal Mood trying hard, and then King Shabalon and Grey Diver. But it's Rich Duke getting away from them close to home. He's going on. He's going to win it easily, Rich Duke. And Rich Duke goes to the post to win by 3 lengths. Rich Duke first, Royal Mood second, and Fagato third.
John Wade, who rode the 20-to-1 chance Arkloof in that event, was subsequently suspended until July 5 for alleged interference. Third event was the first leg of the 6th pick, and quite a few punters wiped out here with the success of Hayley's Hope, well ridden by Neil Williams. The unlucky runner, I Will, who finished second. You'll notice in the straight he had not much room. You'll notice there at the start also he just dwelt slightly. He actually jumped awkwardly and lost about a half length. He quickly made up for that with a lovely run through on the inside, but you'll notice in the straight he has considerable trouble working into the clear. Hayley's Hope scoring here from I Will.
Both going quickly. Marlin caught wide, and so too is Ilvento. Row of Waves getting back. Nansen second last and Mac Burns last. Heading into the back, and Aquitaina's taken the lead now. 1,300 metres to go. Leads by a length and a half on Rouvain. Folds him out a bit wide. Over on the rails is Dashing Dancer, and then Il Vento. A length and a half to Hayley's Hope, and now I Will drifting back to midfield on the inside. A length then to Marlin High King on the centre. Use the space the inside, then Row of Waves, Macburn and Nansen. There's not a great deal of speed on in the middle part. 850 metres to go. Aquitaina head in front of Folsom, who's pulling hard on the outside. A length and a half away third, Rouvain in the centre. Out three deep, Il Vento, and Dashing Dancer fifth over on the rails. A length and a half to I Will, who looks to be going sweetly at the moment. He's on the inside of Marlin, and Cook is making a quick dash on Marlin now. He's taking off on the outside, moving up past Hayley's Hope, and then High King. Row of Waves is now starting a run. Use the space on the inside, third last, and then Nansen and Macburn as they run down towards the home turn. 500 metres to go. Aquitaine just in front of Folsom. Il Vento going up three deep. Rouvain just behind them, then Dashing Dancer. Cassidy's got a wall of horses in front of him at the moment on I Will. He's trying to work clear. Aquitaine joined by Folsom as they straighten up. Il Vento on the outside. Dashing Dancer over on the inside. Hayley's Hope. I Will still can't get clear. Marlin down the outside with Use the Space who's coming into it, and then Row of Waves. Hayley's Hope has taken the lead. Hayley's Hope in front of I Will. Use the Space on the outside, trying hard to go with Hayley's Hope, but as Hayley's Hope in front, they hit the line. Hayley's Hope. Hayley's Hope has just beaten either I Will or Use the Space, then Marlin.
Smart ride there from Neil Williams to score on Hayley's Hope, and I thought a good run in the race from the third place getter, Use the Space. I feel she'll improve with that hit out. Fourth event was the JoJo's Downstairs handicap, and Noble Note, well ridden by Grant Davidson, scores from Hussar's Command with Uncle Joe battling on well for third.
Noble Note, Rascal Prince began quickly. Sunnyvale is getting up into a nice handy spot in the early stages with Uncle Joe, Star Gold, and then Call Me Snubby, Viscount Jeffrey. Getting back is Blue Sector with Winter Prince. Well back in the field, Hussar's Command second last on the inside, and then Kelly's Pool. Heading towards the back with about 1,300 metres to go. Star Gold has taken the lead now. Star Gold is a length and a half in front of Different Class, who's pulling hard, and Call Me Stumpy racing up into second place on the outside. Rascal Prince is nicely placed in third spot, but pulling a bit. Different Class is now fourth on the rails. Then Noble Nate on the outside of Crusade, a length then to Sunnyvale, Viscount Jeffrey, Spring Moss, Uncle Joe. Then Blue Sector, well back in the field, is Hussar's Command, racing with Kelly's Pool. Over on the inside is Noble Falcon, and Winter Prince 4 lengths last. 800 metres left to go, and it's Star Gold, 3/4 of a length in front of Call Me Stumpy. Rascal Prince is a length and a half away in third place on the outside of Different Class. And then Crusade, Noble Note, Spring Moss, Saving Ground on the inside, Uncle Joe, Sunnyvale. Starting a run, Blue Sector, picking up ground quickly in the centre. Hussar's Command just held up for a moment or two. Sunnyvale copped a check there, and she veered very wide. Noble Falcon over on the inside, and then Kelly's Pool, Viscount Jeffrey, and Winter Prince. Onto the home turn, 350 metres to go. Call Me Stumpy loomed up on the outside to vie for the lead with Star Gold. Rascal Prince is tackling them 3 wide, tackling them 4 wide. Noble Note. Hussar's Command is into the clear. He's rattling home. Uncle Joe down the outside with Kelly's Pool. Noble Note has taken the lead. Hussar's Command is coming out after Noble Note. Noble Note about a half length in front. Hussar's Command trying hard to pick him up. Noble Note in front, drawing to the line. He's going to hang on again. Noble Note, yes, he's too good for Hussar's Command. And Noble Note has won it by a neck. Hussar's Command second, tight for third. Uncle Joe out wide, Spring Moss and Crusade in a photo.
Dogged win there to Noble Note over Hussar's Command. The New Zealander Noble Note is now going to be freshened up for the Rothmans 100,000 in a fortnight. And if he happens to strike a rain-affected track, the shorter distance certainly won't trouble him because he's a great mud runner. The soft conditions yesterday suited him. And it chalked up 100 wins to his rider, Grant Davidson. I caught up with Grant shortly after the fourth event. Grant, firstly, congratulations. 100 winners. How long have you been riding?
About 4 years.
Right. Will this be your biggest success here at Doomben today?
No, not really. Just before I came, I had a couple of good successes.
What were the biggest wins there?
HR Chalmers Stakes on Miles Better, and 3ZB Easter Classic on the same horse.
Right. Well, Noble Note has made it 2 in a week over the same journey, 1,620 metres it was today. Do you feel that's his best distance?
Possibly here it is, but at home his pit distance is 14. He'd never won over a mile before.
Right, around this tight track obviously does suit him.
Yeah, it does.
Today you settled him just off the speed. Were you always confident? He seemed to be travelling really well all the way.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, I was always confident.
What about in the straight? He cruised past the leaders. Were you worried when Hussar's Command came at you?
No, that was the one thing I was waiting for, something to just, keep him going, because he hits the front too early, he just knocks off. He's looking at the crowd, he's doing everything wrong. And, of course, he done the same thing today.
Right, well, his trainer John Bourne is hoping to freshen him up for the Rothmans 100,000. 1,350 metres. You think he can come back?
With a wet track, yeah.
Well, you're going to be down on your knees next fortnight praying for rain.
Yeah, John and I will be doing rain dances this year.
Well, that won't be too good for your coast holiday.
No, but it's a working holiday, so the horse comes first.
Okay, good luck. Keep up the good work.
Thanks very much.
Most successful working holiday for Grant Davidson at this stage, with 2 wins in a week to Noble Note. They were the first 4 from Doomben yesterday. We'll take a break and come back and have a look at the big one. This is going to be run in a fortnight. And the New Zealander, Mr. Illusion, rocketed into Rothman's betting. He's firmed from 33 to 1 to 6 to 1 as a result of his blockbusting win in the Stefan Sprint. Came from near last on the home turn to score from getting closer. But you'll notice has a little bit of trouble getting clear along the inside in the straight. I thought the outstanding run came from the 3-year-old Daybreak Lover, who was very wide all the way.
Getting a nice run, Faunus on the inside, going up into a prominent spot now. Settling down, Secret Romance and Fixed Splash vie for the lead. Draw the line third on the outside of Faunus, and then Prince Harvey. Lord Bellner in a little bit of trouble. Final Affair and Patira getting up into nice positions early, followed by Daybreak Lover. Back along the inside is getting closer, then Viff Emancipation. She's worse than midfield at the moment. Garrison Bridges next on the inside, and then top fella Great March. Mr. Illusion down towards the rear. Dynamo's actually last, coming down the side. 700 metres left to go. Faunus is just in front of Secret Romance and Fixed Splash in the centre. A length and a half to Prince Harvey, followed by Final Affair. He's never been on the track. Draw the line in between horses. Then Princess Tiber, Lord Bellner, Patira, Daybreak Lover getting closer. Then Emancipation. She's hard-ridden, running onto the bend. Then Viff, followed by top fella Garrison Bridge. Great March and Dynamo's last with Mr. Illusion. Around the home turn, 350 metres to go. Faunus is the leader. He's a length in front of Fixed Splash. Secret Romance on the outside. Prince Harvey looking for the way clear. Then Lord Bellner. Daybreak Lover's winding up on the outside. Mr. Illusion is coming with a great run, and so is Emancipation. Mr. Illusion, he's coming from last. He's flying. Lord Bellner's getting a run, getting closer on the inside. Mr. Illusion's taken the lead close to home. He's too good, Mr. Illusion. Yes, he's just won. Mr. Illusion's beaten, getting closer. Third home was Prince Harvey.
Mr. Illusion's just too good on the day, but I thought the great run in the race came from Daybreak Lover. You'll notice he never got on the track at any stage from his wide barrier, and he was still very close up to the place getters at the finish. I thought that was an outstanding Rothman's trial. Sixth event was the Stefan Conditioner graduation, and victory here to Phantom Mist upset a huge plunge on Cat of Nine Tails. As much as 6 to 1 was bet about Cat of Nine Tails, who firmed into favouritism at 5 to 2. Just slowly away, you'll notice on the inside that Gary Palmer hustles him through to take up the run of the race.
Barbara's Boy, Phantom Mist. Cat of Nine Tails is now getting a nice run up along the inside, going up into about 5th place to now Diplomat. Evenfield getting back with Ballina Road Swerve, Redrap. Then Royal Wagon, and last of all is Bandy Legs. They run past 1,000 now. Polished Bronze is just the leader. Polished Bronze just in front, going up quickly. Waventon on the outside, and in fact, it's Waventon running to the lead now, about a half length in front of Polished Bronze. Barbara's Boy, 3/4 of a length away third, and then Cat of Nine Tails. Nearadam is caught a little bit wide at the moment. Swerve is next on the inside. Phantom Mist is getting a nice run in between horses, going up into about 5th place. Our Diplomat's a bit wide. Redrap continuing a run, going through in the centre. Then Bandy Legs, Ballina Road, Evenfield is well back, and Royal Wagon's about 4 lengths last. As they run on towards the home turn, Waventon just in front of Barbara's Boy. They've got 450 to go. Polished Bronze is a length and a half away third. Next on the outside is Phantom Mist, followed then by Cat of Nine Tails, who's sticking to the inside. Our Diplomat, Redrap now starting a run, and then Swerve well in the straight. Barbara's Boy has taken the lead. Barbara's Boy about to be joined by Phantom Mist on the outside. Phantom Mist has gone up very quickly to take the lead now. Cat of Nine Tails is getting a nice run in the middle. Redrap down the outside, and then Swerve. Phantom Mist is in front of Cat of Nine Tails. They've got about 50 metres to go. He's hanging on. Phantom Mist, he's just in front of Cat of Nine Tails, and Phantom Mist beats Cat of Nine Tails, and third home Redrap.
7th event was the JoJo's Handicap, and Mr. Trick, who had been a little disappointing in his last 2 starts when heavily backed over shorter distances, relished the step up to a middle distance yesterday, 2,200 metres. He nailed another Kiwi, Rose and Thistle, right on the line to score by a head, and to make it a trifecta for the New Zealanders, Kuba's Gold was third.
And Smoky Babylon from out wide is showing blistering speed early. He's going up to take the lead. Yarra Gambler drifting back with a dimple Hondo-matic. Kuba's Gold getting well back in the field with Rose and Thistle and Mr. Trick. Running down the straight the first time, there's not a great deal of speed on now. And going to the lead, Yarra Gambler. Flying Sox running second, and Hondo-matic's pulling his way up into 3rd place on the outside. And in fact, going to the lead now, Hondo-matic. In 3rd place on the outside is Red Inkerman, then Chance Always and Smoky Babylon. He's just off the speed, the dimple a bit wide. Then a Handsome Air over on the inside, Flying Sox, and then Avid, Kuba's Gold, Mr. Trick and Rose and Thistle. They're going to the turn out of the straight. 1,600 metres to go, and Red Inkerman has taken over now. He crosses onto the rails. Chance Always running second. Hondo-matic has settled okay in 3rd place on the inside. The dimple's still pulling very hard and out very wide. 3 deep, in fact. Going through in the centre, Smoky Babylon. Yarra Gambler over on the rails. A length then to Handsome Air, followed on the inside by Flying Sox. Further back then came Cuba's Gold, and there's Rose and Thistle. Cassidy is winding up Rose and Thistle on the outside, going very fast. In fact, going up and going to the lead, Rose and Thistle. Mr. Trick's back about third last. Running along the back now. They've got 1,000 metres left to go. Rose and Thistle just in front of Cuba's Gold. They're chopping and changing a fair bit. Red Inkerman's a length and a half away third on the inside, and then Mr. Trick, who's moving up strongly on the outside. Chance always in between horses, followed then by the Dimple. Over on the inside is Yarra Gambler. Smoky Babylon, Honda-Matic shuffled back in the field with Handsome Air, Flying Socks, and Avid is now last. They're coming down the side with about 800 metres to go. Rose and Thistle a half length in front of Cuba's Gold. Red Inkerman third on the inside of Mr. Trick. Then the Dimple starting a run. She's moving up on the outside of Chance Always. Yarra Gambler the rails. Then Honda-Matic, Handsome Air now going forward. Then Flying Socks, Abbott and Smoky Babylon. Onto the home turn. 450 metres left to go. Rose and Thistle just in front of Cuba's Gold as they set sail for the judge. In third place on the outside, Yarra Gambler. Saving room over on the inside, Red Inkerman. And now Mr. Trick getting into the clear. Flying Socks is making up ground. And the Dimple to the extreme outside. Rose and Thistle fought back. She's just in front. Rose and Thistle about a half length clear. Mr. Trick on the outside coming out after Rose and Thistle. Rose and Thistle just in front of Mr. Trick. Mr. Trick is overhauling Rose and Thistle. They're drawing to the post. They hit it. Oh, gee, it's close. Mr. Trick or Rose and Thistle. It could go either way, and Cuba's Gold has finished third. Then
I doubt if there were many live tickets in six-pick coming up to the final event, but if there was one still floating around, it was certainly ironed out when Red Mountain scored at 25 to 1. He finished last at his previous start at Eagle Farm, and he managed to hold on here to defeat the favourite Valorous with Irresolute third.
Irresolute was a little slow out. Valorous is showing plenty of speed, in fact, running to the lead as they link up with the course proper. Hangzhou out wide, and our Rosalie is showing plenty of dash. Here she comes. She's coming across the face of the field. She's going to take the lead, our Rosalie. She's fired up a bit in front, but leads by a length. Hangzhou running second. Red Mountain third, and Valorous settling nicely fourth. Followed by Rich Brother, who's a bit wide, Cobb and Co. Then Definite Copyright, Torvik, who's calling back along the rails on the inside of Toyd, and then Prime Walk, Proper Job. A Resolute's well back in the field, a break of about 3 lengths to Ponga, then Gold Plate. Getting well back is General Major, Ruxton Miss, and Rangong's Pride is last. Heading up the Nudgee Road side with about 1,400 metres to go, and the leader, our Rosalie. She's a length and a half clear of Hangzhou, and Red Mountain's a length away third. A break of 2 lengths then to Rich Brother on the outside of Cobb and Co. Another length and a half to Valorous. He's settled well. He's in about 7th place at the moment on the inside of Definite Copyright. And just sneaking up on the inside of Valorous now is Who's Calling, followed by Torvik on the outside of Toyd, and then Prime Walker, Resolute the rails, then Proper Job, Ponga. Further back, Gold Plate given a smack with the whip. Another 3 lengths then to General Major, then Rangong's Pride, and Ruxton misses last. 1,000 metres left to go. Our Rosalie's nicely clear. She's 3 lengths in front. Hangzhou second. A neck away third on the inside, Red Mountain, and then Rich Brother. Over on the rails is Cobb and Co., followed by Definite Copyright, and then Valorous, Who's Calling, Torvik, then Toyd, Prime Walker, Resolute. Gold Plate next on the outside of Proper Job starting a run, and then Ponga, General Major, Rangong's Pride, and Ruxton Miss. Coming down the side, 750 metres left to go. Our Rosalie, a length and a half in front of Red Mountain, who's now popped the big question. He's out after this leader. Cobb and Co. getting a nice run. He's moved up into third place. Hangzhou's dropping back, then Definite Copyright. Rich Brother, Valorous has now popped the big question. He's starting a strong run on the outside. Who's Calling, saving ground over near the inside, then Toyd, and further back, Proper Job and Rich Brother straightening up, and on the outside, sweeping up to go to the lead, Red Mountain. Red Mountain just in front of our Rosalie. They're about 4 lengths in front of Cobb and Co. Valorous hitting top gear on the outside, making up ground. Toyd, Proper Job, both running on gamely. Red Mountain in front, 100 metres to go. He looks as though he's got it one. He's shot clear of them. He's a couple of lengths in front. Valorous is starting to fly home now. Is Red Mountain in front? Yes, the post is close enough for him, and Red Mountain wins it by a length. Red Mountain first, Valorous second, third, Irresolute.
Red Mountain scoring there at 25 to 1. Mel Schumacher rode the runner-up Valorous, and Mel was seeking a double there, having been successful earlier on Mr. Illusion. And we caught up with Mel late in the day and discussed the win of Mr. Illusion in the Stefan Sprint.
Mel, did you give Mr. Illusion any winning chance at the home turn?
Mate, at the home turn, I think that I thought I could win about 600 metres out, because I was doing nothing actually until I pulled out to come around them. And as soon as I moved on him, he just changed gear.
Is that as impressive a win as you've been associated with for a long time?
Well, he's possibly one of the most impressive horses I've rode up to date, you know, coming to a big race.
You were successful on Aquanita, a storming finish to win many years ago. That was a bit reminiscent of Aquanita's finish.
Yeah, she's very much like him, isn't he? He, of course, that particular day the track was very hard, you know, but today it was soft and apparently it suits this horse. But he's a very good horse, Mr. Illusion, all the same.
Well, obviously you'd be keen to ride the horse in the Rothmans?
Yes, I'll be very keen to ride him. I'll ride him a fair bit of his work now, going to the Rothmans, so we'll see what happens. There's a fortnight between the races anyway, Bart.
Well, he drew awkward today and you allowed him to get back. Do you think he could take up a handier position?
No, but, well, he possibly could, Bart, but I don't think that's the way to ride him. Because when he won the Galaxy in Sydney, he was back running near last in it. And, of course, I've rode him practically the same way today. And he likes being ridden like that by the look of it.
All right, well, he's probably going to need a little bit of luck in the Rothmans, but on that performance today, he's the one they have to beat.
Well, mate, the way he comes, he possibly in the Rothmans, if he gets out and he can finish over the top of him like he did today, he's going to be hard to beat. The only way that possibly would be holding him up for a run or something to stop him getting out, you know, but once he gets out, he explodes.
All right, well, hopefully he can be another big race win for Mel Schumacher in a fortnight.
Oh, mate, it'd be lovely if it could. Thank you.
Mel Schumacher, the rider of Mr. Illusion, he should be hard to beat in those Rothmans in a fortnight. Look now at the double and treble information from Doomben. The double numbers 6 and 2 yesterday, heavily back, defeated the favourite here. Sotip, you'll notice the grey running a very close third to the home turn and responded strongly to hard riding in the straight to just wear down the favourite high above.
Half length on one of his stablemates and the favourite high above. Sotip angling off the rails, coming out 3 and 4 deep. Bentara slipping along the fence, and then Cindy's Peel, who's putting in a claim. Final showdown is history. 300 out. High above's rider goes for the whip. Sotip and Cindy's Peel after him. At a good gap then to Bentara. At the 200, high above and Sotip. Hammer and Tong about a neck clear on Cindy's Peel. 3 in line. High above is giving plenty, but Sotip's getting him now. Sotip raced up, headed off high above, and Sotip draws away to win.
Sotip winning there. Another victory to the Kerry Walker stable. They've been in great form in recent months. Second event was the Buck Passer Handicap, named after David Fordham, and victory here to Noble Beauty at 33 to 1, scoring from French Finale.
At the moment they straighten up. Blazing Silks on the inside, just leading from Willow Wilton. Double Beauty, French Finale. Behind those next, Lady Carosa. He can't get out on Papa's favourite from Taylor's Pick, Tamarind, Labilla, Royal Embrace. They're all over the track at the 200. Blazing Silk's gone. And now Willow Wilton's taken the lead after a Lady Carosa with Double Beauty. Papa's favourite can't win it. Double Beauty, French Finale, and Lady Carosa. Double Beauty giving plenty. Double Beauty. Double Beauty has beaten French Finale, Lady Carosa, and Taylor's Pick.
Great finish there, and Double Beauty just under hands and heels riding from Beaver Schofield, just scoring. Third event, the Round Table Handicap, and Fix the Date. Scores by only a head, and challenged inside the 200 metres and responded very strongly to hard riding.
Bellaho running on. Fix the Date coming into the picture, and then comes Shot, who's also battling on from San Phelan. Fix the Date after Bellaho as Desert Wines given in, and San Phelan on the outside. Bellaho joined by Fix the Date, both under severe pressure. Fix the Date on the outside might be doing better than Bellaho. Race condition telling the tale. Fix the Date draws away, and on the line, Fix the Date, a long head to Bellaho. Third, San Phelan.
Fix the Date, and John Duggan just shade too strong on the day. Fourth event was the McKell Cup, and this is a very impressive victory to the leader, Hot Alley. He's going to be set for the Grafton Cup and perhaps the Melbourne Cup later in the year. Careers away in the straight.
Mildy's a long way back. They straighten it. Hot Alley booted away again. He's about 3 lengths on Peninsula, followed by Sky Cherub, and then comes Our Year and a couple to No Deal. 200 left to go in the McKell Cup, and it's Hot Alley. Hot Alley is the Beaver has a peep. It's 2.5 lengths in front and looking in absolutely no danger. It's got to bolt this in. Peninsula second, followed by Our Year and Kiwi Compass, but Hot Alley, the further they go, the further he streaks away. Hot Alley, 6 lengths clear on the line over Peninsula. Our Year maybe third.
Fifth event, and Wholesale Boom, known as the Gosford Grinder, scores again, 5 in a row, and he's too strong here for Germanic. You'll notice Wholesale Boom in the red colours, and he just sustains a very long burst in the straight, and is too good for Germanic to draw away and score by 2 lengths.
But as they race past the 300, and Germanic is the leader. Wholesale Boom is getting warmed up now, followed by Sir Eden, and a gap to Vain Fury. Wholesale Boom looking good, he claims Germanic. Wholesale Boom draws away, and this is 5 in a row coming up for Wholesale Boom. Germanic second, Il Rabino flying for third, but Wholesale Boom wins again.
Mighty performance that from Wholesale Boom, 5 on the trot. Sixth event was the Citation Handicap, and Meticulous looks a very promising youngster from the Tommy Smith stable. It appeared just inside the 200 metres as though Premier Flight was going to challenge strongly, but Meticulous gave plenty when Barker went for the whip. That's him in front, and Premier Flight behind him in the green colours.
And it's Meticulous, still about a half length on stage. His rider's gone for the whip. Premier Flight third on the rails and 2 to appease under pressure. Coming to the 200 metres, and it's still Meticulous. Barker goes for the colt now, gives him a slap. Premier Flight's getting out to throw down the gauntlet to the colt, but Meticulous has found another gear. He's coming away from Premier Flight. Third on stage, and Meticulous wins with a little in reserve, I feel, over Premier Flight. Third home on the stage.
Yes, I do think Meticulous had a little up his sleeve, and I thought that was a win of great character. Seventh event was the Kelso Handicap, and Real Dream racing outside the leader Ben Gurr at the home turn, and easily holds on under hands and heels riding from Michael Zaab.
Until Royal Eclipse, Lost Valley and Belansky straightening up, and Real Dream goes past the early leader Ben Gurr. Rosebrook angling for the run on the rails, and then Grey Condor on the outside, followed by All Chant. Real Dream approaches the 200 metres, leading by a length and a quarter on All Chant. Rosebrook can't get a crack at them. Real Dream a length in front of Grey Condor, followed by All Chant on the outside. But Real Dream is carrying too many guns for Grey Condor and All Chant, and Real Dream hammered right to the line by little Michael Zabel. Win it well. Real Dream from Grey Condor and All Chant, and then Rosebrook.
Smart win there to Real Dream, and equally impressive in the final event was Bold and Brazen, who led comfortably the turn, kicked away just after they straightened and wasn't seriously troubled, and scored by 4 1/4 lengths from Rayonia, the grey, right down the outside.
And then Beauvais spend the money, followed by Swift Interest, Lofty Bear, and then Brightest Star. Bold and Brazen comes to the 200. He's a handy leader, about 3 Prince Mundo, definitely Royal, and then comes New Teela. Rayonia and Flying Lark pretty wide out, but Bold and Brazen, the boy, hands and heels. Bold and Brazen's a mile in front of a pack, and Bold and Brazen is untroubled. Bold and Brazen first, Rayonia got second, Brightest Star third.
Winning treble there to Stephen Schofield on Bold and Brazen. Look now at the TAB double and treble information from Rose Hill. The double numbers 1 and 4 paid $30.70. The treble numbers.
Helios from Long Pond, Rainbow Quest, Daha. Then comes El Gran Senor. And Rainbow Quest is going on now at the 2 furlong marker. Steve has gone for home, but El Gran Senor is breathing down his neck. It's Rainbow Quest from El Gran Senor. Then comes Telias coming to the furlong pole. Rainbow Quest from El Gran Senor. El Gran Senor being kicked on now by Pat Henry. It's El Gran Senor from Rainbow Quest as they race up towards the line. El Gran Senor is certainly superiority. He wins it in tremendous style. Rainbow Quest is second, Daha is third.
Well, Gran Senor scoring there at 7-2 on, and confidently ridden by Pat Edry, the top English rider. One of the finds, or probably the find, of the Brisbane Winter Carnival has been the New Zealand 3-year-old Librici. With his wins in the Grand Prix and the Queensland Derby, he's already emerged as the favourite for the Caulfield and Melbourne Cups in the spring, and caught up with his rider Warwick Robinson, the top Kiwi jockey, down at the stables yesterday. Warwick, how far do you think Librici can go?
Oh, I think he's got the potential about to go a long way. You know, he's, from what he's done at this stage of his career, you know, he's done everything that's been asked of him. He couldn't do any more.
Right, well, you've ridden him throughout his career. Did you always feel he was going to be an outstanding galloper?
Well, yeah, we always had a very high opinion of him, even though the horse still got beat his first 2 starts. He never even won the money, but his first start, he was racing the big maiden there first up. They have a $20,000 meeting at Pukekohe, and he raced in that first up, and he was a bit shin-sore, you know, and he was shin-sore after, so they dumped him out in the paddock and brought him back in again and set him for a race at Avondale, 12 and metre maiden, and he tripped going out of the gates and went down on his nose and knocked a couple of teeth out and sort of run about 8th. And ever since then he won his next start, and he's never been further back than second.
Well, the first time Queenslanders saw him was in the Grand Prix. He gave you a few problems in that.
He did, but well, you know, everyone sort of probably knows by now that we had to change a bit and take a hanging bit off him and put just an ordinary rubber bit on, and at the time we were very concerned about it, but we didn't have much choice. It was the only bit we had to put on him there available, and it had to be done quick so he could be sent to the barrier. And you know, I was concerned about it because I know, you know, I've ridden the horse all along, I know what he can do, but I just had to make the most of what I had.
Well, during the race, did he show any signs of hanging?
He was lugging a little bit. Parts of the journey, you know, down the back, he'd sort of get on the wrong leg and sort of like start to lay out a bit, but not really bad. He's never ever sort of really lugged bad during a race until the pressure's gone on him. Whenever he's done it, you know, he's sort of been out on the kick sort of got out on his own, you know, that's when he's had a go at it.
Well, that's in the Grand Prix. He was inclined to bore out from about the 250 metres and certainly took a strong staying performance to win.
He did. He kept going the line, but he does always fight very well, you know. When the pressure comes on and you're always asking for a little bit more, he's that type of horse that he just seems to be able to pull out a little bit more when you want it.
Well, that was a narrow margin in the Grand Prix, but a week later in the Derby, he certainly demoralised the opposition in that.
Well, he did in that part. He won very easy, and of course we changed a bit on him, put a different bit on him, and he run as straight as a die in the Derby.
Were you worried about the 2,400 metres because he hadn't been over the journey?
Well, I think, you know, you're all worried about it. You know, you think horses can stay, but, you know, you don't know till you ever try them, and he'd only had one run over ground at home.
He exploded to the line with the 55.5 kilos. It was an outstanding performance. I suppose that would suggest, as with a bit of age, he'll handle 3,200 metres.
Oh, I would think so, Bart. I wouldn't think he'd have any trouble going 2 miles, you know, especially with another year on the horse, because, you know, he stayed a mile and a half. He hasn't got much further to go, has he? Right.
Now, you're looking at the Doomben Carnival. The Doomben, a tighter track, and it should suit his style of racing. You've had a look at Doomben. How do you feel about it?
Yes, I don't think it'll cause him any problems, Bart. He always leaves the gates well and takes up a position, and then he relaxes, and he's always got a kick at the finish. So, you know, a track like that sort of suits that type of horse.
Warwick Robinson, who is an outstanding jockey and proving a great partner for a great 3-year-old Librici, and I'm sure he's going to be hard to beat in the 4X Cup. Well, with the abandonment of yesterday's meeting, maybe some punters have a little extra cash this week, and to start the financial year on a successful note, I suggest you back Daybreak Lover in the Rothmans 100,000 next Saturday. And here's a couple of reminders just why Daybreak Lover is currently sharing favouritism for the big sprint.
Brown Manuel, he's starting to go forward, but he's very wide, and then he's a Warrior Tempestuous, Royal Regatta, then Show Moran, Blue Sector, Lord Seaman, and Idaho's Gift is still last, running onto the home turn, 450 metres to go. It's Fixed Flanks the leader, just in front of Prince Harvey. Foreign Interest is third on the inside, and now Daybreak Lover hooked out 3 and 4 deep. He's starting his run, getting closer, going with him. Emancipation, she's struggling. She's back in about 7th place, and she's under the whip. Final Affair down the outside is coming into it with a great run. Prince Harvey's taken the lead. Daybreak Lover going out after him. Final Affair is kicking again on the outside. Final Affair going out after Daybreak Lover. Daybreak Lover's in front. Prince Harvey, 6 flanks. They hit the line. Daybreak's won it. Daybreak Lover has beaten Prince Harvey.
Yes, Daybreak Lover, well ridden by Gary Palmer, scoring there in the Elders Handicap on June the 9th at Eagle Farm. And then a fortnight later at Doomben in the Stefan Sprint, Palmer, again the rider, he was forced very wide, missed a place, but I thought this was an outstanding Rothmans trial. This is the Stefan Sprint, won by Mr. Illusion. Now, that's Daybreak Lover in the breastplate, about 3 in from the outside. Mr. Illusion coming on the outside of Emancipation, now racing directly outside Daybreak Lover. Prince Harvey on his inside, and over on the fence is getting closer. But Daybreak Lover running 5th there. Considering he was forced to race very wide, I thought this was a good trial. Certainly a good trial by Mr. Illusion, the winner, and getting closer, running along the inside fence there. Nothing wrong with his performance in the Stefan. But I thought the best trial, even though he was out of a place, was the 3-year-old Daybreak Lover. They're in 5th place, only about 2.5 lengths from the winner, Mr. Illusion. And I think with a good barrier next week in the Rothmans 100,000, he can complete that Elders Rothmans double. We'll take a break now in Sportsing. Don't forget, later in the program we'll be back to look at the Warwick Farm and the Moonee Valley meetings. And after this break, David Fordham will be along to have a look at the Sydney Rugby League. They're always prominent, racing like a winner at the home turn, and Dress Circle far too good in the straight. Noel Barker just eased him around the leader's heels just after they straightened, and Dress Circle came away to defeat Cherub and Sprightly Native.
Off the fence now to throw down the gauntlet to the leader. Behind them is Cherub, and a couple further off Magnetic Tape, and then in top swing getting out, straightening, and Dress Circle goes up to Prince Ashlar. Cherub the rails, dropping off is Fixed at 8, and then Lounge Lizard. It's Dress Circle, Barker hard at work. It's a half length on Cherub, but safely holding that horse clear to Lounge Lizard. Sprightly Native flying, but Dress Circle's going to be untroubled, and Dress Circle wins at a length and 3/4 to Cherub. Third, Sprightly Native.